there, welcome to Music in Motion. This is Missy and we're in Virginia Beach today and we're really glad that you came to join us. Also, musical theater class, it's great to have you with us. Maybe not in person, but we're gonna do what we can. Okay, so for the week, you've got a little bit of work to do. We're gonna get back into the habit of those acting exercises that we've been doing starting back in September. So we're gonna kind of do a little review and get you oiled back up and used to it. All right, first we're gonna start with the senses exercise. If you remember, in September, that was one of the first ones we did. How many senses do we have? 5. So we're gonna go ahead and do an exercise for each one. Now, no cheating and going to the kitchen and finding the items. You gotta do it by doing improv. Okay, so we're gonna start with taste. This week, I want you to think about different fruits. I want you to pick 3. For example, a lemon, maybe a strawberry, and a banana. They all have different textures, so they're all gonna have different tastes. Some sour, some sweet, or is it? Did it turn bad? You come up with that idea yourself in improv, but I want it to go the entire way. Don't do it small, okay? So here's an example. I'm gonna do a lemon. Okay. You've got to maintain the acting from start to finish. You've got to let your audience know what you're doing, or else they're sitting there going, what are we watching? Okay, so make it big, but not unnaturally big. Okay, we went over that lesson too. You always want to be natural. Okay, next we're going to go with touch. And on this, I want you to do the same thing. Think about 3 items. So I'm going to use touching a stove, touching water, and maybe touching cotton. Okay, so for example, this would be a stove. Okay, did you see that? From start to finish, you've got to actually touch the item. You've got to react. Do you sit there and wait 10 seconds to react? Probably not. Now, while we all know you can touch a stove for about maybe 2 seconds before you realize. So you've got to remember, reach back into your own experiences. Now, by no means do I want you to go touch a hot stove. Don't even think about it. That is not what we're talking about. This is fake, remember? Okay, just had to check. Okay, so moving on. When you're doing that, you want to make sure that it's realistic. Is that how it would play in real life if you accidentally did that? If it's not, then I want you to go back, try it again, and see what you can do. It's okay to mess up, remember? That's how you learn. Try it several times. Okay, moving on. Next, we've got sound. Again, pick 3 items. A car horn. Mom yelling your name for dinner. And grandma saying she loves you. Okay, I'm gonna do grandma saying she loves me. Okay, so I heard something and instantly it was, okay? So when you hear it, how do you react? Does it make you angry? If it does, then your whole body needs to show that, okay? Does it make you excited? It doesn't mean I want you to jump up and down like this. Excited can be like, okay? Remember, realistic, big enough for the audience to see it, but not so big that you look like a cartoon coming out of the page, okay? All right, moving on. We've done taste, we've done touch, we've done sound. What else can we do? Eyes, okay? Let's seeing a clown, seeing flowers that were given to you after your dance recital, and seeing, not smelling, fresh cookies. And that's the one I'll demonstrate for you. Okay. Okay. Seeing cookies and not reacting to the smell is a little different, right? So I had to demonstrate that I was looking at something, which is why I personally chose to make it further away from me, so that it had to reach. That way I could easily convey to the audience. These are little things to think about, okay? All right, and then our last sense is going to be with your nose. Okay, so we're gonna pick 3 things. Smelling a rose, we're going to smell garbage that has been left out overnight, and then we're gonna smell your dance bag. Okay, I'm gonna do your dance bag. Are you ready? Okay, so in that little excerpt I was going over, you asked me a question and you were playing a little prank on me and said, here, smell this. So I was gullible enough to do so. Okay, now, next exercise, I want you to do that this week. Make sure you pick 3 examples, and if you'd like to do it a second or a third time, it's a lot of fun. You can even get your brothers and sisters involved, your mom, your dad. I do recommend having somebody around to kind of give you feedback, okay? And remember, it's okay to mess up. All right, next exercise is going to be age acting. What do I mean by that? Okay, you're gonna use your entire body, no words and nothing else, just your body. And I want you to act like a baby. And by that, I don't mean throw a fit. I mean actually try to remember. So here's an example. This would be about a 6-month-old that can actually sit up, maybe 8 months. Okay, something like that. So not necessarily did I go to crawling. Try on this exercise to not crawl. Try to do something else, okay? And if you need a little inspiration, actors can always do some research. Go on to Google, look up how to act like a baby, or some other Google search term that's probably better than my suggestion. So go look for it if you need a little background, education. Do your research, and then you can decide how to actually do the improv. Okay, the next age, I don't want you to act your own age. I want you to act slightly older. So say 5 years. For some of you, that's gonna put you around 16, okay? And you're going to have a much different attitude about yourself. You're older, you're more mature, you're thinking about college and beyond. You're gonna walk different than you do now. I want you to think about how that's gonna look to you. Cannot wait to see some of this stuff. By the way, I would love any videos that you have. Send them to me. That would be fantastic. Keep them coming. Okay, the next age you're gonna do is around your parents' age. Okay, maybe say 30s, maybe go up to 50s. Okay, do that little bracket there. How do they walk? Do they walk faster, slower? Are they doing something? What are they doing? Now, are they tired? Did they just get home from work? Think about how that would look on you, okay? And then lastly, I want you to act in your 70s, 80s, 90s. If you want to go for 100, why not? Okay, try those different ages and let me see what happens. Remember to do your research if you need to. Okay, next exercise. Let's go to animal acting, okay? This one is not what you think. I don't want you to simply act like a cheetah. I don't want you to simply act like a bird. Well, at first you're going to. Let me explain. Okay, we're gonna combine these animals, but in order for you to know how to combine them, you first got to do each one separately. So this week, at first I want you to act like a bird, okay? And this is not good enough. This is not the bird we're looking for, okay? I want more. Get your whole body into it. Are you a big eagle that soars? Or are you a sparrow that's small and you flap, okay? Anything with wings, dragons, anything, bird, that's where I want that headed. Then I want you to act like a cheetah. Not a cat, not a dog. Don't give me the 4 regular, the little walk on 4 legs. Okay? I want you to think outside of your brain, okay? Have fun with it, but I want your whole body in it. Next, I want you to take the bird that you chose, and I want you to take that cheetah, and I want you to try to combine them, okay? And what you're going to have is bird from your waist up and cheetah from your waist down. And those videos, I definitely want, please. Send those in because I can't wait to see them. Okay, next, let's get that mouth working again. Number 1, you remember your projection exercise, so I don't need to explain it too much. Here's a little review. Start down here, okay? You want to get really close to your audience, such as your parents. And that means that you can talk like this. I no longer have to project as much because I'm right here and I don't want to yell at you. Okay, now go to the middle of the audience. So you're further back in the middle of the room. Now you've got to reach them. So you need to open up here in your throat and you need to speak from here. Please, if you feel your nose kind of tingly or vibrating, that means you're going nasal and we don't want you there. You're gonna have much better voice projection if you keep it down lower. Okay, and if you have questions on that, email me. I'm here for questions at any time. Okay, last step of the projection exercise. All the way back. This is when we're pretending that we're up on stage, such as in a theater or something else. You want to project. Notice that I am making my words a little bit longer. Not like this, but just a little bit longer so that I can enunciate, and reach the back of the theater. Okay, notice how my voice is a little bit stronger. It is called more robust. It opens up. Okay, keep practicing that one. Next, I want you to work on your vowels. I want you to sit in front of a mirror. So you can do this one by yourself. Sit in front of a mirror, very close, so that you can watch your lips and your tongue to see what it does when you're making these sounds, and I want them very clear. A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. And you're going to progress in speed until you get to A, E, I, O, U. 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 Okay, you need clear, distinct sounds before you move on to the next letter. Don't go too fast until you've done it slow, okay? Progress, take your time. All right, then we are going to keep going over Fuzzy Bear and Miss Sally. And what did they do? Sally sells seashells by the seashore, okay? We've practiced that one. Again, in front of the mirror, start out slow. I especially want you to do it slow in front of the mirror so that you can see the shapes that you actually make with your mouth while trying to enunciate and say it. I don't want you saying it so fast that you're talking like this and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. This isn't a speed contest. It's an enunciation speaking exercise to train you how to enunciate your words and letters and sounds. Okay, so again, Sally sells seashells by the seashore, and you can progressively go faster. Next, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear, Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? Again, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear, Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? Okay, then you get to do another Google search. I want you to find a third tongue twister. And I want you to learn it, and it is going to be your new one for the month of April. You can all have different ones, it's okay. If you would like to do a couple, that's cool too. Okay, now, next we will be going into our vocals. So go get working on your acting exercises and tune in for that one when you're ready. See y'all later, had a great time. Thanks for joining.